Good evening. A bit of a different video this evening. We are on a bit of a family outing and we're in a 2024 GMC Terrain SLT, one of the last of the second generation Terrains made. Not the one that I filmed some months ago, it's a different one. We've got this one just for a couple of weeks, but we're using it to take the dogs out for a ride this evening, and we are off to the Salem, Ohio Super Cruise. Now, this is a fun event that is held for about 4 days in June, and we normally take our Buick Roadmaster estate wagon with us to this, and we take the dogs in. It's a lot of fun. Unfortunately, this year, with the way that the weather's been, I still haven't had the car looked over after its post-winter slumber. I always get it checked over, make sure that everything's safe on it, everything's working properly. I've been for a ride out and it's fine, but I do want to get it checked over before we do anything with it. It needs new tyres on it, and those are going to be fitted on it as well. So we are in a modern car this evening, and plus I am on the road going to Virginia tomorrow, so all this is a little bit hurried. So I thought I'd produce a quick video on the Super Cruise, and we'll just get some footage of the cars going through town, and I might even get to speak to a couple of owners if we have that opportunity. It's a fun event. Everybody brings their classic cars, their hot rods, their modified cars, their concourse cars to this event, and it doesn't, a lot of them are American, but you know, you get British cars, German cars, etc, etc. And what people do is they line up and they sit in deck chairs, they have music, they have cotton candy and various other fair food, and they just basically line the route through town, and it's a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm just basically on the lookout for anything that's interesting, and I will endeavour to feature some of the highlights of what we find at the Salem Super Cruise. I'm Darren Walker, and this is Auto Atlantica. So the beauty about this event is that it's completely spontaneous. Because it's held over several days, you never know what you're going to see. It's not really the same crowd that turns up night after night, and the same people that do turn up normally will bring a different car each night, so you just don't know what you're going to see. That's what makes it really interesting. I think the rain's going to stay off. There's breaks in this cloud. It's rather nice that it's not that warm actually, but it has kept a few people away. It's normally a lot busier than this. It's an example of the variety. We've got this enormous dually truck following a late MGB. See if we can get in on that a bit closer. It's actually in really nice shape. That is probably late 70s, 78, 79. Yeah, that's a 93, 94 Cavalier. Really, really nice shape. First of all, the unexceptional stuff. And then this, that's like a 210. It's a Bel Air wagon. How gorgeous is that? Firebird, that's the Trans Am. GTO, Pontiac GTO. Probably 64, 65 thereabouts. Pretty car. Lovely Beetle convertible. Looks like original paint. I'm pretty sure I spied an early Camaro on the other side of the road as well. Over here we've got a later 5th generation Camaro. I actually drove one of these, just a base LS model, but it was a lot of fun. That's, is that a ZR1? It is a ZR1. So we've got to take a quick look around this absolutely stunning Buick Skylark. This is when they were related to the old 442, I think. This era of American cars I'm really sketchy about, but that is stunning. Custom convertible. Just look at those tail lights. Pontiac G8 GT. One that I want to add to the collection so bad. Pretty car. Basically a rebadged Holden Commodore. And a Genesis Coupe. You don't see many of those around these days. And a Dodge Challenger. This is a late 80s Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme, I think it's the Supreme. The two-door. Yep, it is the Supreme. As evidence. I love this era of American cars. Look at the lines on that. And then this is a Dodge Rampage. This was actually based on the Chrysler Horizon, and it was and the Dodge Omni that was sold in the States. And they made this pickup truck version from the out of the coupe shell, basically. So it's like a little ute. Very collectible these days as well. Yeah, they're having a good time.
Yeah, they love it back there.
Now these are extremely rare. This is a Chevrolet Concours wagon. I think it was a derivative of the Chevelle. This has, that may well be factory, 502 cubic inch engine. That's big. I'll pop up on the screen what that is in litres. But yeah, this is basically a derivative of the Chevelle. Look at the variety here from this late 50s Ford Galaxy to a pretty jacked up truck. But this is kind of more my scene. That is stunning. This tattoo studio across the street here is always home to these lowered cars, these sort of rat rods. There's one there and there's another one over there. Here's the GTO again. So everything comes here and everyone comes here, and this is the sort of fun that people have. Okay, having just been blasted by the loudest exhaust, we've come across this absolutely stunning. This looks like a 60, maybe a 61 VW Beetle. He's put the European tail lights on it. 65. Plymouth Prowler. These were produced for about 3 or 4 years, around about 2000. Absolutely stunning car when Chrysler was getting really creative with these old hot rod looks. The problem with it was that it didn't have a V8. They shoehorned a 3.5 litre 6 in there, so it was quite derided, but even so, still highly collectible. Now this Corvair is a car that I know. I met the owner of this, and at some point we're going to get together to do a feature on classic retro modern. Just check inside, see if it's the one, because he replaced the front seats. I think it's the same car, certainly the same colour, and there's not many where they've got original pattern like these on. And a 4-door. That's what makes it so cool. These, of course, this is an early one. They were really derided by Ralph Nader because of their handling characteristics. These were rear-engined and rear-drive. So a bit like early 911s, they could be really tricky, especially in wet weather. And so GM made a slew of modifications to it to make the handling better. Fabulous car. This is another superb piece of American garishness from the 70s, this glorious Thunderbird. But yeah, this was probably one of the largest ones. Styling was all over the place. Nice cabriolet. So we've got a Subaru Impreza. This is highly modified. Probably started out as a WRX or an STI. Probably an STI, but I'm not sure that wing is original. This is a 68 Buick Biscayne. Sort of like a more basic version of the Impala. Absolutely fantastic to see these old wagons being kept. I've just been talking to the owner. He pretty much dailies it.
Mick tune. Our very own Juanita's gonna sing it.
That is a Triumph GT6. Absolute shit off a shovel, as they used to say. I've just been talking to the owner of this amazing, what year is this car? 66 Mustang.
Yeah.
289 cubic inch, which I think, I'll bring it up on the screen, I think it's about 4.7 or 4.8. And apart from the headers being modified, this is original. It is beautiful. So a final courtesy shot of the dogs. So they've been behaving, actually, which is amazing, while I've been wandering around town at the 2024 Salem Super Cruise. And it's been a lot of fun. I've been talking to one or two people. And you never know, we may have some more leads for the channel as well. So that's it from me. Thanks ever so much for watching. I'm Darren, and this is Auto Atlantica.